Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Off Grid Style. I'm Nikki, and I'm glad to have you here. Today, we are tackling an interesting subject, and that is weaponizing immigration. And what we're going to do is kind of take a historical look at how, in the past, countries have been literally toppled by weaponized immigration and colonization, and maybe you will find some parallels to what's going on in our world today. So, very interesting, and I'd love to hear what your comments are afterwards. So, let's get started.
A historical look at how weaponized immigration has caused the demise of empires and what it means for us today. Many times throughout history, the movement of peoples has often been used as both a weapon and as a reason for the rise and the fall of empires. The philosopher George Santayana is credited with saying originally, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. This is why understanding the historical significance of weaponizing immigration is so important to what's going on today. So we can understand what's going on right now in our world, we're going to discuss the concept of weaponized immigration and how it has been used as a strategy to bring down empires and reshape the course of history. First, let's look at the nomadic invasions of empires. The Huns during the 4th century were a nomadic group from Central Asia, and they played a huge role in the decline of the Roman Empire and the eventual fall of Rome. The Huns' invasions and migrations, led by people like Attila the Hun, put a huge amount of pressure on Roman borders and resources. The Mongols and the Mongol Empire, under leaders like Genghis Khan, used their nomadic mobility to conquer vast territories, including parts of China, Persia, and Eastern Europe. The Mongols' ability to move swiftly and to adapt to different environments made them formidable adversaries, and for over 150 years, they controlled the largest contiguous territory in all of history. This was due mostly to the massive amount of nomadic fighters they were able to bring to fight at other nations' borders. And now let's look at historically how countries would use settlers as weapons to colonize other territories. European powers specifically often weaponized settlers by sending them to colonize territories. These settlers, mostly armed and backed by the colonial state that sent them, would push out the indigenous native population and establish control over these new lands. In the case of North America, of course, European settlers played a huge role in the colonization and the eventual decline of Native American nations. These weaponized settlers introduced new diseases to these territories, warfare, and land encroachments that led to significant demographic shifts. At some point, the British Empire used this colonized weaponization on over 50 different territories. Now, let's look at displaced refugees and their effect on empires that might possibly be in decline. One example of this is the barbarian invasions of Rome. As the Roman Empire fought its decline, it faced waves of refugees and displaced people seeking safety within its borders. These massive waves of refugees, of course, led to social and economic strain and contributed in large part to the eventual collapse of the Roman Empire. The Ottoman Empire also faced wave upon wave of immigration from various regions, and they would often integrate those new populations into their multi-ethnic empire. But this massive influx of refugees also led to tensions and competition for resources. As you are watching this video, think about how you are learning historically what has gone on with weaponizing immigration and how that can be used today to affect the world powers. And how about world wars and post-war movements and their effect on weaponized immigration? After World War II, the world saw massive population movements, including millions of displaced persons and refugees. This post war migration of refugees played a huge role in reshaping borders and power dynamics in all of Europe. Hey, while you're here, please like, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from you. Thank you. As you can see, weaponized immigration is complex and multifaceted. Sending masses of refugees has been a strategy to bring down empires. It has also been a driving force behind the rise and growth and power of empires throughout history. By looking at history and understanding how historically these movements of the refugees and weaponizing them can shed light on what is happening today and how it will affect the power dynamics and the complex interplay in today's world.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it was really, really interesting. And there are a lot of moments in time in the past that seem to be being repeated now. And so I found that very interesting. Anyway, let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear from you as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Say hello, tell me what you thought. And this tells YouTube that, hey, people like this video. Maybe we should show it to more people. So that's always a big help. Thank you very much.